Hello, fellow chatterers and great book lovers, and anyone else who's curious about BookTube or lost. My name is Chatty, and this is my channel, Chatty the Mad Chatter. And welcome for another one-shot, no editing video. Okay, we are ready to do an explanation of what I talk about when I say earning books or being healthy for books. So during lockdown, like everyone else, I realised that my jeans no longer did up, and I was having to go back to that old pregnancy trick where you get a hair bubble, you tie it around the button and then loop it through. Rather than buying a whole new wardrobe, I thought I need to try and see if I can get back into most of my clothes. So I tried to stop eating so much chocolate and to do more things that are healthy. And not only that, I wanted to try and do stuff to be healthy generally in life. So I didn't want to go too crazy. I wanted to make things achievable, but I needed motivation. And my motivation is books. So I give myself a certain amount of targets to hit and earn healthy points. So, for example, doing things like remembering to take my pills, remembering to do my pelvic floor exercises, doing some back exercises, eating at least 3 pieces of fruit a day, only having 2 sort of junk food, trying to eat a more healthy lunch. All of those things kind of add up to points. And then I've got sort of other ones like going to bed early. I really struggle with that one. So that is worth more points. Going to bed, and for me that means between 10 and 11 going to bed. That is a sensible time to go to sleep, and I then should be a lot better. And another thing is doing doing some other kind of like exercise workouts, running back from the school run, stuff like that kind of earns me a few more points where it's not as easy to do every day. Flossing my teeth is another one that I give myself healthy points for. Anyway, ultimately, once I have got 7 points, I award myself a book. So I buy books and I store them under my bed. So some of these are new series that I've pre-ordered and have come in. They go under the bed. I've been on World of Books and seen some bargains. They go under the bed. There's a book that I really, really want because it's got that specific cover that I have been looking for. It goes under the bed. Any presents I get, I keep, and they go straight on my shelves. And on occasion, I have gone, I'm going to buy a book, and it's going on my shelf. But generally, they turn into the book library under the bed where I earn those books. So I'm going to tell you what I have earned over this wintry season. So I'm talking about here books I've earned from December to February. Not all of them, I'm kind of just going for a few. So first of all, in December, I earned a book I was really, really excited about and have been looking for a long time. And that is Foundryside by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is the first book in the Founders trilogy, I think it's called. I don't know a huge amount of this. I know the magic system is really unique. Some people absolutely love and adore this series. They are booktubers who I feel I have enjoyed a lot of other books that they also like. So I'm very hopeful that I'm absolutely going to love this too. I live in the UK, but this is the US cover. I really, for some reason, I just absolutely love the US covers in this series. I just love like the archway they have and the bright colour behind it, and then linking to the, then having the orange around the outside. I just think it looks really, really cool. So I had Shawful because I saw it in a hardback and I got it when I could, and I was like, I'll get Foundryside. I will get Foundryside. It's so hard to get Foundryside for a reasonable price. And finally, I managed to get hold of a copy of the paperback of Foundryside, which I'm thrilled about. Hardback would have been better, but I'm also realistic. There's no way that is happening. It is a little bit, there is a bit of a weird printing on it. So it's got like, the writing comes really close down, but I'm pretty certain that I haven't missed any lines. So that's probably why I was able to get hold of it. And then it had this weird kind of like, I think the way it was printed, it was like really torn across the top for some reason and like mangled. So I just trimmed it all to make it a bit neater and nicer. And it's really floppy. So yes, very, very excited at some point to be reading this book. So the next book I have is another one that I specifically looked for, and that is Starsight. I nearly said Starlight. Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. And this is book 2 in the Skyward series, which is a YA sci-fi series. I have not yet read the books in this series, but I've heard such amazing things about Skyward. Not necessarily about the other two, but we'll see. I really love Brandon Sanderson's writing. I will go in with low expectations, but generally he's one of my favourite authors, so I'm definitely going to want to read these books. I really love the covers of these. These are the UK ones, and I did manage to get the hardback of both Skyward and Starsight, despite it being printed ages ago. So this made me very, very happy, and I just think it's so pretty. I just think it's such a pretty cover, so that makes me happy. And then inside you get these really nice end papers as well. Okay, and my next book is a bargain book that I found on World of Books for £3, and that is The Snow Child by Eowyn Ivey. I have seen this book kind of pop up a few times. I'm like, that really looks interesting. I really enjoy the cover, like the snowy setting, the girl, and that I'm gonna say it's a fox, but it could be a wolf. I know this is kind of a retelling of a folk tale about the snow child, and I was really looking forward to it as kind of a wintry read. I was hoping to read this in January, December time, but it didn't kind of fit in. There were so many other things to read and I never got around to it, but I am really looking forward to it. Most likely I'll be picking it up this winter. And then my final book is finishing off a series that I have been collecting, and that is the final book in the Embers in the Ashes series, which is A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. Again, I haven't started this series, so I hear good things about it. It's a YA fantasy, so I believe I will like it. But I think I possibly got overexcited and wanted to make sure that I got this book in hardback while it was still available, because I just think the cover is really lovely. I love having books in hardback, so I hope it lives up to my expectations. I have yet to read Ember in the Ashes, but there is a read-along that should be happening, or buddy read happening over on Gregory LaPerch's channel, led by the lovely Anitha. So I'm really looking forward to picking this up at some point this year. So that was my January healthy books I earned. Now I'm going to move on to... No, that was my December. I'm now moving on to January. So a book that I've been really, really excited about. I had this under my bed for a while and it just hadn't... Its time hadn't come at that point. I was trying to get a few books out that completed some series that I was gathering. But I finally got Richard Osman's The Thursday Murder Club. This is an adult crime novel. It really feels like it's going to be hilarious, a really quirky one. All of that appeals to me and I can't wait to read it. I'm really excited about it. And again, really nice end pages, and we have, oh, so cute. So I'm really excited to be picking this one up at some point. And next is a book that I originally had in paperback, and then whilst hunting on World of Books, I saw it in hardback. It's the first in a trilogy. I'd got the other two in hardback already because I really like these covers, and that is Robin Hobb's The Ship of Magic, which is book 1 of the Live Ship Traders, which is the second series in the Realm of the Elderlings series. And I love this cover. I think it's so cool. I love on the spine. It's quite faded, but there's this compass and they've got the ships here. And I just really love these pictures on the back. I just think they're so, so cool. So I'm so pleased to have it in hardback. And I just, I'm so excited. So we don't get end pages, but I'm very, very excited to have got this copy of the book. And we are getting to the Live Ship Traders in May. Again, It's another read along, so it's a hob along happening on Gregory LaPerch's channel with both Gregory and Anitha. They've been doing live shows for the Farseer trilogy, which is the first series in the realm of the Elderlings. I read that one last year, so I haven't been rereading them because there's so many other things that I'm rereading at the moment. And I've been waiting to get back into Robin Hobb's world and to be devastated and heartbroken and love these characters and get all of those wonderful details, and I can't wait. I'm very excited to be reading this in May. So then another bargain of World of Books, I think this was £2. It was either 2 or 3. And that is Life After Life by Kate Atkinson. I've heard really, really good things about this book. So one of my best friends, the lovely Marion, has said that this author is one that she really likes to read. She really enjoyed this book and she enjoyed the follow-on. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to expect. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's one of those books where there's it's that kind of Groundhog Day feeling or repeating things or some sort of time loops or time travel involved in it. So I'm excited to try it and see what all the excitement was about. My final book I'm going to show you from February from the Books I Earned is a series called the Cogheart series. So I got Cogheart for my birthday in May, and I wanted to collect the rest of the series because I just feel I'm really going to enjoy it. I just think the cover is fantastic. I love the concept. This is the second book called Moonlock It by Peter Bunzai. So I'm looking forward to reading this. This is a middle grade fantasy, and I don't really know a huge amount about it, but what I have heard, I am very intrigued. That brings us on to February. So a book that I have been highly anticipating picking up because so many people have been absolutely loving it. And the second book has recently come out, and that is The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. It is an adult fantasy, and I can't wait to find out all about this world. Again, don't know a huge amount about it. I've just been hearing such good things about the world building, about the characters, about the plot, and I can't wait to join in. And I managed to get the hardback of this, which took some searching because it's no longer available. So again, thank you World of Books and Blackwell's. I can't remember which one it was that I found it on, but generally those two sites are the ones that are good for finding hardbacks when you were looking for them. And another book, and this one was from Blackwell's, a book that I've been anticipating, and I wanted to get the collector's edition covers because I really feel that I'm going to love this trilogy, and that is The Shades of London by V.E. Schwab. This is the first book, A Darker Shade of Magic. So this book, because it was a specific edition from Blackwell's, I made myself kind of earn a few more points for, so it was worthy of getting. And I really love that you have these wonderful fan art. They've put a collection together on the end pages. And I have just started reading this month, which is very exciting. My bookmark is in. And also we have on the front this foiling, and I now know what it means. When I first got it, I was like, I'm looking forward to knowing what that means, and I now know what it means. Travel. And my bargain book, again, even though it's a bargain book, it was one where I really wanted this cover, and that is The City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. This was £3. I was so impressed with this. How cool is this book? I really love it. I love the mixture of the photograph of the feather boa and then the drawing of the girl behind it. This is a adult contemporary novel. Contemporary is a strange word. Maybe adult general fiction, or I don't think it's literary fiction, but I don't know the definition, so feel free to comment. But I've heard really, really good things from Jashauna. She encouraged Jessie Mae to read this, and Jessie Mae absolutely loved it. And the way she spoke about it really made me want to pick it up. So it's been on my list for a long time. When I was browsing World of Books I was like, I think I want this cover when I was looking at them, and then I saw it in hardback. Yoink, yes please. And then it's been waiting patiently for me to earn it, and now I have, and it's on my shelf, and I'm very excited. And then the final book that I earned in February is a book where I have wanted to try this series. Again, I've never read anything by this author, but I hear really good things. As a character reader, I feel like I'm really going to enjoy it. And that is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I haven't read anything by Becky Chambers, but I do really want to. I want to read more sci-fi. I know this is a lot more character-based than plot-based, but I feel like it's something that's going to work for me because I am more of a character-driven reader than a plot-based reader, although I do enjoy my plots as well. So I'm really keen to pick this up and see what I think. I know some people don't enjoy it as much, but they do tend to be more plot-driven than character-based. So yeah, that is my collection of books that I have earned over the winter season. And after June, I will do another little seasonal showing of books I've earned throughout the months of April, May and June. Please let me know if you've read any of these, if you're interested in them. Any thoughts on these books would be appreciated, or any other books that you have maybe given yourself as treats or rewards over the last few months. Love to chat. Happy reading, everyone.